Yeah. Sorry, I'm really excited about this. I've I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm just like this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing shit, so I'm fucking doing this. Okay, there's nothing else to do around here. So, um, Tiana Taylor, I'm gonna have to turn you down a bit. Okay. Sorry, I thought my roommate was home. Someone's here. Okay. So I try to start a blog, and fuck, dude, it's really hard to keep a blog because you have to like, you gotta pay for the freaking website. You gotta like, I don't even know how much money it's gonna cost me because like that's how much I haven't really been working on it. But I want to like get out there, but not like get out there, just like get my shit out there, but like just just get my shit out there and then just put it on the fucking universe and see what the fucking universe does with it. So so here I am. Originally my blog. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do this for like 5 minutes. A 5 minute timer. Oh my god, 5 minute rage. Okay, I'll rage for 5 minutes. 5 minutes is gonna be it. So my rage is gonna be about blogging. My rage is about blogging today. So blogging is freaking hard. Shout out to the bloggers out there. It's just some real ones trying to keep up with it. Like you type and then you have to like make it look all cool and then whatever. Like, dude, I don't have fucking time for that. I hate writing. I was like, oh, you know what? This is my opportunity to really like get good at writing. Like, who knows? Maybe writing's like my passion. Woo! It's not. I hate writing. It's solidified, fucking tattooed on my body. I hate writing. Um, but yeah, and then like it just like gets you to like doing other shit. Like, you want to buy your logo? Do you want to make it look? Do you not want any advertisements on your website? Like blah 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 blah. And I actually heard you can make money off these things. Like, I'm sorry, like I know I like live under a rock. Like, people make money. Like, this is their livelihood. Like, I went to college. I'm a nurse. That's how I make my livelihood. So this is kind of just like for shits and giggles. So my friends can laugh at this and we can talk about it when we get fucked up and they can be like, oh, Andrew, you know, on your YouTube channel how you said blah blah blah. It's like me hoping to actually watch my shit. I'll see. If y'all bitches want to get shouted out. Y'all want to get shouted out, you better be watching my shit. I'm gonna quiz you. Um, but anyway, so my blog, what I kind of want to do with it is, I just kind of like, we all do a bunch of shit, right? And like, I always tell people like, oh, I'm doing this, and like, oh no, wait, dude, that's like, you know, what are you doing for this, and how are you doing that? And I'm just like, oh, you know, like talking through my steps, and sometimes people care about what I have to say, and the people that I come across and like I'm done, I'm like trying to tell people my shit, and nobody wants to listen to me. You probably don't want to listen to me right now either. You can X on a box right there. I think it's right there for you. But um so like if you're watching my show, you kind of want to hear what I got to say. So people are listening to me. All two of my views are watching. Um so yeah. So in the process of this, I think my first one might have to go more than 5 minutes because I gotta talk and talk and talk, and like I have nothing to do. Nobody's talking to me. All four of my friends are busy. My fucking number one, number two, and number three are all at work, so I'm fucking just kidding. I'm gonna cut that out. Um, but so I lose my train of thought. This is why the blogging thing might have worked a little better because like no one would be waiting for me to say something. Um, but I promise that this is all me. Oh, you know what though? Like, why I really kind of want to do this. So when you see shit on the internet, like how can you really believe it? Like, honestly, how do you know it's like it's you? You don't even know. Like, oh, I read on the internet. Like, I read on the internet. Like, anybody, I'm posting on the fucking internet, and let me tell you something. I'm not that smart. I'm like smart, but like not that smart. And people who are less smarter than me are posting shit, and then even less smarter or maybe even smarter people are fucking reading it and believing that bullshit. So anything I say, seriously, take it with a grain of anything you ever hear. Take it with a grain of salt. Never ever like go by what you heard. And then like when something is said, like this maybe, I mean, unless they're fucking facts, like proven fucking facts, don't believe them. Because like as time changes, shit changes, and then that fact is no longer a fact anymore because we found out blah. It's not even, so just like always take everything with a grain of salt. What I say, like what I say is not the law. It's not law. What I say is my experience, what I have come across, what I know through my journey. Hang on, someone's FaceTiming me. So I don't even know what I was saying because I had an important phone call that came through. So my 5 minutes are gonna turn into 10 minutes. So let me get on the preach. Let me get on the hype. So first, I really want to talk about a really new experience that I've had. I'm fresh out of nursing school. I've been a nurse for 20 days. I mean, like a nurse. So you graduate nursing school and then you take your NCLEX. And that's what I took on. So it's April 25th right now. So I took that on July 27th and I was licensed by like August 2nd. So I'm licensed now. Anyways, so now you get a job, right? Like you graduate nursing school, you get a license, you get a job. I'm currently working at a skilled nursing facility now. That does not lose my credibility because if you know, they're not the most desirable places to work, but you know what? Those people in those places still need nurses and they need competent people to take care of them. And some of the best nurses that I met while I was in nursing school started at skilled nursing facilities. Some of them didn't even need to, but some of the like genuine, smart, like experienced nurses had started there. So that was kind of like my thing going in. Like, you know what? I'm the type of person that comes from like, I come from a shitty school. I come from like shitty jobs. So, and all of those shitty, and I'm not saying that the skilled nursing place is a shitty place to start. What I'm saying is like all these experiences that are not ideal have built me into the person that I am, you know, and I like hold myself to like high regards. So, so I just knew that even though this is not the ideal place where, you know, it's not sexy. It's not the sexy place to be, you know. It's still important. You know, these people need to be taken care of. So I got a job at a skilled nursing facility right away. You know, they don't really, a lot of licensed vocational nurses work there. Right now, I mean, instantly being hired on, I was charge nurse. And it's a lot, like, it's a lot of work. It really is. I feel like I'm working just as hard, if not harder, than I was when I was doing my preceptorship in a hospital. Like, I have 12 patients, and you know, 2 med passes, charting, assessments, treatments. It's like no joke. But what I'm trying to get at here is, so like I got this job because I was not digging my old job anymore. I was just like, you know, I've had it. And then I'm just like, I wasn't using my skills, and the longer you go without using your skills, the less confident you feel, I think, when you actually are using them again. So that was my big thing, was like, I'm not happy with my job, I'm not using my skills, I'm gonna find another job. I don't care what it is, as long as it's in nursing. I'm a nurse, you know. So, but I was applying everywhere. I am applying everywhere because I've kind of set this, like, I'm going to give myself 6 months in the skilled nursing facility because it's not where I want to end up. It's not where I'm going to, like, put in 5-10 years at. It's, like, where I want to, like, get my feet wet. So, the place that I do want to work is where I did my preceptoring. And that's at a local hospital here. It's a stage 2 trauma. I did telemetry. I was working with open heart patients, post-MI patients, and my precepting nurse and some of the nurses that worked there told me that you know, they really saw potential in me working with them there, and to, you know, really shoot for it if I could, and or if I wanted to. And so I did, first and foremost, like if you're looking to apply where you are doing a rotation at, just let them know from the get-go, like, I'm interested in working here. Like, what do I need to do? What sort of people do you guys look for? And then make that impression on them. So, like, my teachers used to say, it starts right when you come in, like, right first day you meet the nurses, like, that's already, you're already being interviewed. So just really setting, like, a good rapport from the get-go. If you've never been there, then still go in there, like, introduce yourself, make yourself known, like, who you are. So I did that from the very beginning, and then as I moved on, weeks into my clinical and my precepting, I spoke to the manager, asked him what it took, what was he looking for, and how I could go about applying. He gave me the breakdown, which was, we only hire new grads through the new grad program. Bring me your resume when you graduate, and bring me your resume when you get licensed, and then we'll go from there. So I brought in my resume when I graduated, brought in my resume when I got my license, and when I got another certificate, or not another I guess a certification. I got my ACLS, and then I think like maybe a week and a half or two after I dropped that off, he gave me a call. I remember I was at the gym and I was jumping up and down when I got off the phone. People were just like, what the hell? And he just let me know, hey, we're gonna do a new grad program. I have your resume. Are you interested? He called me on a Wednesday and said I have to pick nurses by Friday. So this is last minute. Or he called me on a Tuesday. I'm sorry. He said it's last minute, but can you come interview on Thursday? And I was like, of course. Duh. So ecstatic as I was like, oh my god. How can I prepare for this? How can I prepare for this? This is my career. This is like the job, my dream job. What can I do? I texted my precepting nurse who worked on that floor already for advice, and she started just giving me loads of information, like, okay, like, look into this, make sure you can answer stuff like this. Da 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 da. I messaged one of my old clinical instructors, and who worked at a different hospital, but like, he still had a very good reputation, and he seemed like a person employers just would probably just naturally attract employers. If he were to walk into a job interview, I'm sure he'd be hired. So I asked him for advice, and I just got an abundance of advice for them to like stem off of. And then from there, I did my research on the hospital, like their mission, their values, and then in that specialty. And so before I knew it, I had a list of different things that I wanted to make sure I had with me and that I went over before my interview, and that I could reference during my interview. And also I looked up a bunch of interview questions to think about, because when I went in for my interview to the skilled nursing facility, she hit me with like basic questions I've heard before, and I like couldn't answer them because I wasn't prepared enough. But I still obviously got hired because they want any registered nurse that comes through their door, honestly, that looks pretty competent. So I landed that job without much preparation, but I knew that that's not what it was going to take in this new position. So I got ready, and then I asked a friend to do a mock interview for me, and he did. He was like, I would have, like, I wanted someone who was like non-biased, and like, fortunately, this is like one of my, I wouldn't say like good friends, but like a friend of mine who would probably like, I'm sure he was being honest with me, but at the same time, like, didn't have like a non-biased opinion. But I still felt really good, because I remember when I told him after I got off the phone after my interview, I was like, I felt pretty confident and felt pretty comfortable answering everything they asked me. In fact, it was easier than even the interview we did yesterday. And he was like, it's almost like you went in for your second interview. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it felt like. Like, I already kind of knew. So fast forward, and I can definitely go over the things that I included. So, I was going in for a telemetry interview. I can let you know what I included, like what sort of questions I had my friend ask me, and I'll share with you what was asked for me during this interview too. I'm an open book. I don't see anything ethically wrong with me sharing interview questions that I was asked during my first official hospital job interview. And I think it could help you as a new grad or as a new nurse or as a nurse going back. So he said I went in for my interview. I knew him. I knew the nurse that was there with me or with him. It wasn't a panel because they're looking for new grad nurses. It's for a new grad program, and it was a little less, and it was a little less formal than it normally is. Usually, I think there's a panel. I didn't get that. It was very like we went out on the patio. They broke down what they were gonna ask me. They did the interview, and then that was it. I asked them at the end, do you have any advice for me? They're like, you did a really good job. We really don't have any, you're great. And I was like, okay. And I really hope they're being honest, because I love constructive criticism. I love constructive criticism. It's hard to swallow, but baby, that shit makes you grow. So, fast forward, I worked the next day. I had my phone. I kept looking at my phone are they gonna call me? And they did call me, and I didn't get the job. I didn't. I could be like, and I got the job, and this is why you should follow everything I have to say. I think you should follow what I have to say, because what he told me when he told me that I wasn't good at the job deems that I did things correctly. Now, I know other girls that went in for that job interview because I graduated with some of those girls, and I knew it was going to be tough because they're good too. The program I graduated with has just a really good reputation around this county, and that's for a reason, and I know one of them, she's just on her shit, and I was like, fuck, if anyone gets it's gonna be her, and I didn't even ask her. I really don't want to know, she got it. I'm proud of you if you did. I'm proud of whoever did get him, because you know what, this is how I see it. They need to hire who they think is the best. Now them darn pretty good. They're better. That's just the motherfucking truth. And if you're better than me, hats off. But he told me, this is the first time. I don't know if he's bullshitting me. If he was, I really hope he wasn't. I really hope people mean what they say and they don't try to let you down easy. Don't let me down easy. Let me fall on my face and let me learn. But he just said, it's the first time I've wanted to hire basically everybody I interviewed. Unfortunately, I'm not hiring you this time. But I do want to keep your resume, and I do want to keep you in mind for the next round. Because this is a new grad program. They do it pretty consistently, because this is a teaching hospital as well. And so they're like, I want to keep you in mind. We should have another one of these in January around that time. I'm going to keep your resume. I'm going to give you a call. We may or may not need to do another interview. I really want to put, your name on one of those spots. And if we don't have one, we'll see if I'm looking for any position, and if I have any positions available, and maybe we can make you an offer either way. So, he made me feel really good. Again, I don't think he was trying to let me down easy. He seems like a pretty straightforward, kind of, honest person. So that's what I did to prepare. I did feel prepared. I'm just unexperienced, and I was up against good competition. That's life, baby. You win some, you lose some. I lost that one, but I'm not going to let that stop me from making my moves, taking the next steps. The nurse that interviewed me, she's like, if you really are about this, you're not going to let this decision, right or wrong, you get it or you don't, stray you from your goal, So, and I wasn't going to let it, even if she didn't say that. So, so that's my little tangent on that. That might be relatable to you. This is in any field, any job you want to get, step 1, look. Step 2, present yourself. Step 3, prepare. Step 4, blow their mind. All right, so I'm hoping to do more of these. So I really hope you enjoyed whatever this was, and I'll talk to you next time I'm bored.